Hey guys, Al here, and as you saw, space Kaneki is a very, very real thing. It's a lot like old space building, except a little bit harder, a little bit less practical, but it's still very, very cool. I found this out on the PTB. I've been waiting a long time to show it off, and I am finally doing it for right now. That's pretty sick, huh? And boom, right in the basement. Now imagine that with some make your choice, territorial imperative nonsense, right? That'd be pretty funny. So of course I'm going to be explaining how to do it, how it works, how to find your own spots. There are two main things you need to know in order to do Space Kaneki. The first is how to abuse his momentum to build up a crazy amount of speed. And to do this, we do something called slingshotting. So a slingshot is just using your second dash as fast as possible after the first, resulting in a ton of speed, a ton of momentum building up. If I were to do this a bit slower, I would still end up in the same spot, but slower, of course, right? See, you go about the same distance, a little bit slower. Now, a lot of Space Kaneki spots use something called an instant slingshot. If you dash while next to a wall, while actively moving into the wall, you'll bump. As you can see, I'm holding to the left, I'm holding the A key. And because I bump, the first dash instantly ends, which means I can instantly use my second dash, which means I can instantly slingshot. This can be useful in an actual game because if there's a wall right next to you, you can instantly bump to slingshot yourself like into a pallet or a window to body block it faster than normal. But it's extremely useful for Space Kaneki. Now my favorite jump spot, the one I found a long time ago, is this. Now without instantly slingshotting, you'd have to do something like this and like try to time it manually, try to aim at the exact right spot over here. But with an instant slingshot, you can just bump and then dash and you'll hit it if you actually hit the right spot. Now, another good thing to know about slingshotting is that if you do it, you can actually dash over staircases, which means, I mean, any staircase in the game. Think Yamaoka Sanctum, right? Sanctum of Wrath. It's got this big main building in the middle. These staircases, you can dash off of them if you slingshot. Now, the second most important thing to know is, of course, the collision you're looking for. What will actually give you a jump? You know how to abuse your momentum, you know how to go fast, but where do you direct that speed? What you need is a corner. A corner that's a lot like this. It doesn't have to be a perfect right angle, it doesn't have to be a 90-degree corner, but it has to be some sort of a corner with a wall. This wall is important because this wall is what will push you up. Basically, you're going so fast that you get stuck in this corner and you keep dashing into the wall at such a high speed that it pushes you up and out. So this is a great example of a jump spot because it's a perfect corner, and it's above a staircase, which means it's difficult to get. You really gotta get the slingshot perfect. See, I almost got it there, but I didn't. The problem is I was going too straight, right? All I do is bump into the wall. I need to be dashing towards the corner so that my momentum carries me through, like pushes me off of the wall instead of just into it. Okay? As you can see, that's a lot better, right? Now, another type of collision you can get a jump off of is less of a corner and more of a ramp. If I do this, yeah, I get a tiny jump. Now, of course, that's without slingshot. And without slingshot, you can still do jumps, but they'll be much smaller, as you can see. Now, if I were to slingshot that, it maybe look more like this. There we go. And of course, like I said before, you can dash off of stairways if you slingshot, which can send you flying. Oh my god. I mean, I almost went out of the map just doing that. That's insane, right? Now that's pretty much it. Again, just corners or slopes. I'll show a bunch of examples, a bunch of spots at the end of this. And if you want to see more, come see me at twitch.tv/alran or drop a sub. I'm going to be doing some Kaneki stuff as well as Wesker stuff. Yeah, streaming almost every day, twitch.tv/alran. Sub for more Kaneki stuff. Thank you for watching. Have some fun. Holy... What the f... Yeah, what? Oh shit! Oh! Found a spot. How long are queues right now? Very variable. There we go. Oh, this tree doesn't have like any collision. I don't know. I've had some queues that are like 1 minute. I've had some queues that are like 10. There we go. That's what I'm aiming for. Smart-ass killer. Yeah. I am the space Kaneki. Yes. Nobody knows this, but it's true. See? Extremely odd. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, where am I?